At this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Higgins from the 3rd Congressional District of Louisiana. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Bishop, as well as the rest of the members of the Appropriations Subcommittee on Agriculture for granting me this opportunity. I'm here today not to ask for your support regarding funding for particular projects or programs, nor to laud a project in my district to sway favor with this committee. I'm here to talk about innovation, to ensure that a competitive system is in place, which includes next-generation materials in the completion of federally funded infrastructure projects. The chemical industry transforms abundant supplies of natural gas into the building blocks of thousands of consumer products and innovations. There's been unprecedented investment in the U.S. chemical manufacturing sector in recent years. 280 new chemical industry projects are pending across the country, more than $170 billion worth of private endeavor projects, tens of thousands of jobs. In Louisiana alone, there's over $50 billion in planned investment in a total of 74 projects. We have over 25,000 employees in the chemical industry in Louisiana and 110,000 related jobs. These are good, high-paying jobs, averaging 47% more than the average manufacturing wage. Currently planned projects will bring thousands more of these jobs to my district. It's critical that our national policies allow for free and fair bidding on projects. This Congress has been presented with the historic opportunity to set our nation on a path of economic prosperity. However, this will not be accomplished with words alone. There are significant barriers to the completion of our mission, and we must find ways to navigate challenging issues. One of the most obvious hurdles is the drastic need to update and restore our infrastructure, not only our systems of interstates, bridges, rails, and waterways, but also utility systems that provide services to every American. Since the most significant need for infrastructure updates and repairs can be found in rural America, and consider the fact that many of the small towns and municipalities in rural America lack the necessary assets to maintain and upgrade important services like water and waste management. While there are numerous federal programs to help out with funding, such as the United States Department of Agriculture's Rural Development Program, it's imperative that we enhance competition wherever possible. We must ensure that innovation has an opportunity to succeed in such programs. We're duty-bound to save American treasure where possible and to seek the wisest investment of taxpayer dollars. USDA's Rural Water Development Program is a prime example of a program that promotes open competition. However, currently some municipalities may hold bidding processes that require bidders to use so-called legacy materials for pipeline and other infrastructure projects. It's important that while incumbent materials like traditional metals may well hold advantages in certain scenarios, we must not disregard innovation, manifested in many cases by the inclusion of modern materials like plastics and hybrid composites as foundational materials for pipelines and other projects. To intentionally exclude innovative, modern, 21st century materials from federal infrastructure projects, perhaps only to protect entrenched interests, is not right. It's not in the best interest of the citizens we've sworn to represent, and it does not reflect our constitutionalist principles. Mr. Chairman, we should ensure consideration of modern materials for every infrastructure project. Science has given us access to new construction materials that meet or exceed standards for safety, strength, and performance. The principle of open competitiveness and free market enterprise should be staples of any plan to upgrade our current infrastructure, most urgently needed in any upgrades to our system of water management. Allowing new innovators to compete with traditional or entrenched players pushes the United States forward. All we have to do is release the free market from the restraints of antiquated mandates that currently exist. Very quickly, costs could plummet and projects could be finished more efficiently. In closing, I just want to state that I'm not against legacy materials. However, we should ensure that there's a level bidding process for materials which meet the same standards for safety, strength, temperature, and performance as their legacy counterparts. Excluding newly developed materials from a bidding process is bad for the economy, bad for the taxpayer, and bad for innovation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member, and members of the committee for allowing me to speak today.